Okay guys, so to begin this tutorial, I'm going to show you all the products you're going to be needing. You're going to need a regular dome spandex cap. You're going to need a white pencil. I'll explain more about this later. You're also going to need some wig combs. I actually bought a couple just for demonstration purposes. This is a flexible comb. With this, all you can do is you can just break it in different spots, and this will give you possibly 8 to 9 different wig comb clips, or you can buy them that are already individually packed. As you can see, it's the same exact thing, but you get a little more product for your buck. Also, you're going to need a razor. I'm going to be using this, and this is what I'm going to use to cut my hairstyle. And also, you're going to be needing some nylon thread as well as a sewing needle. I'm also going to be using some push pins. You can get the ones that you use for sewing, or you can get the ones that are kind of like thumbtacks. Actually, that's what I'm going to be using for this tutorial. These are what I had on hand. Don't laugh at me, but we're going to be using these. I'm going to be using those clips to keep my spandex dome cap on my mannequin head. Now, I'm going to explain to you what this is, what's going on with this. Basically, this is a generic mannequin head, and because my head size is not the standard small mannequin size, what I like to do is measure it. So what I did was, you can take a measuring tape, or you can also use what I did, and that's basically taking a piece of the nylon thread, and I measure around my head. When I do that, I can go back and see how much I need to add to it. So as you can see, it's a good tool for measuring. And then once I know what my head size is, I basically went and got some packing tape from my dollar store, and I created that tape. I created that size by taking the tape and just going around, and when I got to the top, I know you're gonna laugh, this is basically paper. What I did was wet some paper, regular like magazine paper. I wet it and I just filled the top in, and then I took some of the tape and I went across, and that was because I wanted to create a dome shape for my mannequin head. Instead of it being flat across, I just kind of filled it in and then put tape on top of that. And this is going to help me create the shape that I need, as well as making sure that I'm stretching out my dome cap so that I get the proper fit for my head shape. I'm going to take my dome spandex cap, and I'm just going to apply it to my mannequin head. Now, as you can see, like if I didn't use that tape, it'll kind of like stop right here, and it wouldn't stretch the way I need it to. So by me having all of that tape on there, I am ensured that I'm going to be getting the proper fit. Now I'm going to go back with my thumbtacks and place everything where I need it to go. So we're going to start on this side, and this is the thumbtack. I'm just going to jab the neck. Same thing on the other side. Thumbtack and jab it. I'm going to do the same exact thing with the front. So I'm going to be doing a deep side part. So this is where the mannequin, this is going to be the front of the hairstyle. So I want my hair to be going from the left to the right, which means my part is going to be on the left side of my head. My swoop bang is going to come around this way, so my parting is going to be here. I need to have a guide to know exactly where I need to stop and start my stitching. I want my part to be right here, right in the front of this pin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line here and here. And for this hair tutorial, I'm going to be using actually pack hair. This hair is by Sensational. This can be purchased at your local beauty supply store as well as online. And this is the Premium Next 100% human hair. I have 2 packs of this hair. I'm going to be using lengths 10, and then I'm also going to be using lengths 12. Because this is going to be a bob, I want to make sure that I have enough hair in the front to give me the swoop that I'm going for, but not so long that I have to do a lot of excessive cutting in the back. So again, I'm going to be using the Premium Next Human Hair by Sensational. I'm going to be using color 1B, and I'm going to be using lengths 10 and 12. So right now, I'm going to start to sew the wefts going straight across. When we get to the ears, I'll be back. Alright guys, so we're at the top of the mannequin. I just opened up the 12-inch pack, and I'm going to show you how we're going to be laying the tracks. So basically, up until this point, we did the basic U shape, and this is where we're going to be cutting our U part. I'm going to stop the last track here. So the tracks are going to be laid as follows. I'm going to need a little bit of space. I'm going to be adding 2 tracks here. So we're going to be taking all the rest of our hair, and we're going to be laying it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we get almost to the end of this white line, we're going to start to curve the extensions. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to start to curve. Now, when we place the track here, we have to be careful we don't get too close to this white line, because we're also going to be laying a track going this way as well. There's going to be a track laying here, and then there's going to be a track right on top of that, and then we're going to cut out our little U shape. So this first track is going to be here, and I'm going to and it's going to give me a little bit of leverage. And then we're going to go underneath that again. Because this little band is where the elastic is, I'm making sure that I'm sewing only the mesh part. So only the actual fabric, not elastic, because I want this to be able to stretch. I want the cat to be able to stretch the line, put it on. So I'm very careful to do the elastic, where's the elastic. And also before I forget, the next track I'm going to be sewing on is going to be above this last band. I'm going to for reasons. If I decide to have anchor braid underneath this, I'm going to have space to change like so. Okay guys, so this is how the U-part wig looks now. This is before it has been cut and styled. This is how the U-part looks on my head. I really like it so far. I didn't get a chance to cut the actual U-part out. I'm going to wait until I actually cut and style this wig. I'll have that video in the description box. I didn't want to make this video too long, so you can just click on the link in the description box and you can check that out. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.